Tom Aspinall spoke on his negative experience being the backup fighter for the UFC 309 main event and says that he doesn't wanna be a backup ever again because stress increases the closer the fight gets. After Jon Jones' reluctance to accept a fight against him, he sends Jones a message and says this is right now the biggest fight in the UFC. And if that doesn't interest Jones, then I don't know what else we can do. The American gangster gives his take on the fight and shows the only concern about Tom Aspinall that he's only been out of the first round one time. On the other hand, Alex Pereira reshares the video of Jon Jones calling him out at the UFC 309 post-fight press conference, which means Jon Jones is not the only one who wants Jones vs Pereira next. There are people who want Jones vs Aspinall and there are people who want Jones vs Pereira, but Jiu-Jitsu king Gordon Ryan suggests Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira should fight each other at heavyweight and have Jon Jones fight the winner to solve the issue who Jon Jones should fight next. You guys share your opinion on this matter in the comment section and we move on forward. Oliveira revealed he went into the Michael Chandler fight with a knee injury and ruptured ligaments, which means this is what all the talk was about when there were rumors someone was going to pull out. By the way, after Dana White's approval for Oliveira sitting cage side for Islam Makhachev vs Arman Tsarukyan, Oliveira absolutely wants to be right there. Anyway, Dan Hooker gives an interesting take on the BMF belt and says that the BMF belt is not for fighters but only for fans. He was not impressed with Michael Chandler calling for the BMF belt after his loss at UFC 309. After some huge changes in the UFC 310, its main card is revealed with a solid addition. Bryce Mitchell will fight Kron Gracie in the main card of UFC 310 on December 7th. An unranked featherweight fight will open the main card, while Aljamain Sterling vs Movsar Evloev is buried in the prelims. The odds of two switch fights are also released. Shavkat Rakhmonov opens as a big favorite over Yan Gary for UFC 310 co-main event, while Colby Covington will be the betting underdog in his return against Joaquin Buckley as the main event of UFC Tampa. Other than this, the UFC have also announced that they will be returning to Saudi Arabia with a fight night event on February 1st. The first rumored fight for this card is Shara Magomedov vs Michael Venom Page, who will be moving up a division to face the Bullet. It was MVP who called him out last month right after his spinning backfist knockout at UFC 308. Now, according to his coach, Shara has also accepted this call out for February 1st at UFC Saudi Arabia. By the way, female Bullet is yet to accept the call out of her next challenge Manon Fiorot and is playing mind games with her. Now let me take you back towards the last event before UFC 309, and that's UFC Vegas 100. Carlos Pratis has a broken foot and is out of the competition for a few months. Dana White tells Kevin Lawler that the UFC were planning something big for Pratis next, but found out he went into the Neil Magny fight with a broken foot, so for now, he will be sidelined while he recovers from that injury. Cody Stamann, who lost third straight at UFC Vegas 100, is permanently moving to featherweight. He says he's currently losing 30 plus pounds for each fight and then expects his body to perform well against the best fighters on the planet. And now at the end, some news from this week's UFC Macau, and that's a bad one. Per Ji Bin's Instagram, his opponent Zhu Kangzi has suffered an injury and their RTU featherweight final has been postponed. So we now have only 3 RTU finales this weekend. Former women's flyweight champion Alexa Grasso has also revealed that she recently broke her leg in training. Pray for her and subscribe to the channel if you think she's sexy. Joking. That's the end. Time to say goodbye. See you tomorrow. Until then, take care and keep smiling till the video rolls in.